Hi, my beautiful people. Thank y'all for coming in today. My name is D. I'll be your host and narrator and presenting and giving you all this beautiful information. And today I just want to start off this lecture talking about the truth. Let me turn this light on so you can see me better. And truth. What is the truth? What exactly is the truth, y'all? The truth is, I don't know if any of you ever heard of Mark Passio, but he always says that truth is like a warlike force. A warlike force. And the reason for that is you don't have to yell the truth. You don't have to scream. The truth is, y'all, and there's no escaping it. There's no escaping the truth. You can think you're right. You can believe you're right. You can do everything but be right, and you're still wrong. A lot of times we think we can get in with the good crowd of people who believe what we believe, you know, what they call that bandwagon kind of truth. It's easier to go with the crowd. It's easier to do what you've always done if you think it's right and if you believe it to be right. But what if you find out the truth about something and it's something that you've been doing your whole life and you figure out that what you believed, not knew, you trusted or you believed, but you didn't have concrete proof, and you found out what you believed was wrong. I give this analogy, okay? So, cheating on someone in a relationship, okay? Let's use that example. So you believe in your mate, right? You believe in your man or your woman. You believe that they have your back and you don't have to worry about them cheating on you, right? That's not a deal. That's not a thing that you have to worry about. And so when maybe a friend or something tells you, well, I seen Lolly, we'll call her Lolly, I don't know why, with some guy at, you know, some bar or at the movie theaters, and I had to tell you, you my friend, I love you, and I know how much she means to you. And roles could be reversed. Lolly could be doing that to her man and finding out he's been cheating. The whole deal is, now that you found out, or maybe you still don't believe it, maybe you still believe that she's not cheating. Well, what if you found her and that guy together, or that man together with Lolly? I don't know why Lolly, but what if you caught them red-handed, and now you know? You don't believe, you don't guess, you don't wonder, you don't hope. Excuse me. Now you know. Okay, so that's the difference between knowing and believing. The word believe has the word lie right in the middle of it, L-I-E. So I used to be the biggest believer until I found out, hey, really? I don't have to believe in myself. I don't have to believe in anything, which I don't. I no longer am a believer. I know myself, and that's what you want to do. That's where you want to be. You want to be in a position of knowing, knowledge, and wisdom. So that's why the truth is so important, and that's why it's so important to cultivate truth and to live that way. It's not easy. We have white lies. We have lies trying to protect people for certain reasons. We do things all kinds of ways, but the truth will always be. So if we die not knowing the truth, that truth still is. And I know once we die, we're going to find out and remember what we forgot when we came here. The truth is, y'all. And so, number one is the truth. Number two is our focus and attention. What we give our focus and attention to and why. And so That's what this is all about. I'm giving my time, my energy, because I want to teach people to become more star literate, to become more star sighted, and see what they need to see as far as what the stars show us. And it's everything, y'all. It shows us where we live, it shows us who we are, it shows us this place is not just some blip on the map. It shows us that we're not floating through space. Sorry, space lovers and Star Wars lovers. No, none of that is true. You're gonna find out today why I say what I say. But all in all, I'm gonna turn this off. This is just a mock version for me right here, right now. I gotta get out of here in like 20 minutes. Somebody else is gonna get the room. But this is so important to me to be given this lecture and to help people help themselves get in knowledge that turns to wisdom. To me, this is the highest knowledge. And why I say it's the highest, because it's in the sky. You can't go higher than the sky. And this highest knowledge is the key to unlock so many mysteries. I would say all the mysteries. So you want to know who Bigfoot is? You're gonna find out in this lecture. I did a whole presentation video on, well, not a presentation, but a video on mythical creatures. And I show you who Bigfoot is. So you're gonna find that out today. And that's the sort of thing I'm talking about. Everything that we know is in the sky. As above, so below. So like our cars, I'll show you a video today that our cars, our restaurants, everywhere we go, the things that we wear is all star constellations, mainly Cetus and Pisces. And so once you learn what those constellations look like, then you can start learning the symbolism behind them, because that's what's being used against us in a way that we just cannot fathom. But you will today, you will fathom, you will learn, and you will become even more star-sighted than what you were when you came in here. Now, what you see on this screen here are star constellations, right? So this is above the horizon. So what I'm saying is the sun rises in the east, which would be over this side, the sun, and this is the whole thing. You want to be standing south, due south, right? If you're looking at the sky, that's what this whole presentation is about, is learning this wheel in the sky and how it keeps on turning. And then you can move on to the greatest decodings of your life. So the sun, moon, our zodiac constellations and the planets, they all rise in the east from here, and then they start to travel going up. So that would be like, let's say 6 o'clock to 12 o'clock, right? And once it's 12 o'clock in the afternoon, that would be noon time, right? And then you're gonna cross this green line. I should have told y'all what this is. The ecliptic right here, which is where the sun, the planets, the moon, and all the zodiacs, they all travel along this line, this red line, and this is the arc of the ecliptic, is the red line, and this is the north-south meridian line, which splits east from west. Now, this is where all these stories are created as well. You see Ophiuchus, you see Libra, you can see, let me take this. You can see Scorpio, Virgo, you can see Aquarius, Pegasus, Cygnus, Hercules. And I did a video on Hercules recently and showing people that is the swastika. So if I can get over here and show you Hercules, that is actually where they get the swastika from. So Ophiuchus, that would be Osiris, And so we're gonna show you how to break down stories, myths, everything from, before there was even writing. Homer and Hesiod, they were Greek writers, and they wrote about Orion like in the 6th, 7th, or 8th century. So really ancient, and it was a time before writing, and that's what this is all about. So you have to understand how important the stars are. They were given to us, by the Creator, but they were hijacked by Hollywood, and we were given celebrities, right? So those are our stars that we have substituted for the real stars, which are so magnificent and which open our whole world up if we were to start to learn about them. And that's what I hope to aim for today with y'all. And you can see this is above the horizon. So everything is rising in the east, setting in the west. So once everything starts to set and go under the horizon, that would be hell. And that's on the west side. So what's about to set next is Virgo. So if I was to move the clock ahead another hour, Virgo is going down. You can't even see Virgo anymore. And so what starts to happen is it's going under the horizon. So what I mean by under the horizon, that's where the sun goes when we can't see it anymore. Do you know where it goes? Anybody? Anyone? It goes under the horizon to the southern hemisphere. We're up here in the northern hemisphere. So, above the horizon where, everything is rising, and then it sets. Once it sets, well, now you're in hell, Hell, or you could say Hades, or you could say the underworld or the underground. That's what that is. And so from that point, you start to do the same thing you do in the daytime. From, let's say 7, 8 o'clock, you start to go all the way to the middle point where this green line is, and then you'll be at midnight, the same as you were when it was noontime in the daytime. Now, let me show you something that we're going to get into as well, because it's still early. So let's put the real time on here. Okay, now you see what I'm showing you, y'all? This is what helped us so tremendously, is this star app. It's the reason why I'm even giving this lecture. So as you can see, all these lines you see, the white lines, these are star constellations, same as you just saw in the night. Now, I want to let y'all know the stars are always up. No matter what time of the day it is, the stars are always up. Whether it's going to be daytime or nighttime. But in the daytime, the sun is so bright that you cannot see the stars. But they're there. They follow a cyclical pattern. And let me show you the cyclical pattern of the stars. Okay. So let's make it small. So they tell us we're living on a globe. I'm going to show you the globe. This is the globe, y'all, the celestial sea. This is the globe. And it's above the horizon and under the horizon. Okay, so this is the wheel. Above the horizon, you can see all these constellations going around and around. You can see the sun and all the other planets and all the other star constellations. And this is the wheel in the sky that keeps on turning. So in the daytime, we can't see the stars because the sun is too bright. Well, that helped us understand how to decode movies, how to decode the Bible, how to decode pretty much anything that we've been given, cartoons, sports, all kinds of stuff you can decode. And so this is what I'm gonna leave with, because somebody else has to use this room. And this is just really a mock for me, like a mock presentation, beginning, intro kind of deal. It'll help me sharpen it up and get it tighter. But all in all, I just want y'all to know the wheel in the sky keeps on turning, and it rises in the east, sets in the west, and then goes to the underworld, which is the mirror reflection of like Australia. When it's daytime here, it's nighttime in Australia. When it's nighttime in Australia, it's daytime here. So there is a mirror reflection, and I'm gonna get into all that soon. But for now, this is what I'm gonna do. I gotta close this down. But I just wanted to do like a mock thing and just show myself, you know, get the presentation going in the sense, in my own head of how I'm gonna do this. But yeah, this is awesome, and I'm happy with it. So I'll end it here. Thank y'all so much.